All right. So we last time we met, we stopped at defining what reference angle was. Right. We said it's the distance from the x-axis. So any angle that we're at, just figure out how far are you away. Most of the time you can kind of look at it and figure it out. But if you get a really strange angle where you can't really figure it out, let's say it's a decimal or something, then you can use one of these 4 rules. These will always work. Okay. So one more time. The reference angle is the distance from theta to the x-axis. So first example, you're right here. And again, I wrote all this last time. Just trying to remind you what we were talking about. Example 1, find the reference angle or 260 degrees. Okay. To figure out what quadrant you're in, where is 260? I hope you printed that in a circle. If not, it's okay.
Put it in 3.
I think you're right. This 90 is right here. 180 is right here. 270 is here. So, yeah, it's right there somewhere. We're in quadrant 3. So the rule says take the angle. Subtract by 180 degrees. Straightforward, right? That's going to be what? Yeah. So the question they're really asking, so if 260 is here, right? That's your angle being formed. So this is 260. How far is it from here to here? That's what they're asking. Okay. Reference angle straight up, how far to the x-axis? You find it by using one of these rules. Distance is 80. Any questions on number 1? That makes sense, or that's straightforward? All right, example 2 then. Let me know. Find the reference angle for, let's say, I don't know, 282 degrees. So 282. Which quadrant are we in? It's the first question, right? So we're somewhere over here, right? Which is number 4. Okay. So if it's 4, we're gonna get right 360 and subtract the angle they're talking about. Okay. So you would, so reference angle is the notation that we used, is equal to 360 minus 282. What is that going to be? 78? No, sounds legit. So 78 is how far we are from the x-axis. The 282 is somewhere right here, right? From here to there is about 78. Okay. Any questions on what is a reference angle? That makes sense? I'm gonna make a question up because I ran out of questions. Find the coterminal angle and reference angle for let's say 420. So now that it's really large, you got to first find the coterminal, right? Once you find the coterminal, then we could talk about reference, because you can't really figure out reference until you know where you're at. So you got to figure out where are you on the 420. Does that make sense? So what was the rules from Wednesday? If it's too big, what do you do? Yeah, so the coterminal part. It's gonna be, you take that angle and you subtract by 360. So what is that going to be? Yeah. 60. So there's a coterminal. Which quadrant is 60 in?
One.
Yeah, it's the first one, right? So if it's the first one, then the reference is the same as that angle. So reference it's just simply going to be itself. I'll probably give you a test question like this one. Okay. Any questions on coterminal or reference? Excuse me. Okay, then. Then for the remainder of the time, I want you to log into your homework and start solving problems. And let me know if you get stuck, and I'll come help you out. Okay. Maybe you can finish it all. I don't know. If you show me that you're done, I'll let you go. Something I've got to mention. Let me find it. Where is the homework? Thanks. I have way too many windows open. So just a quick note, sine refers to the y value under unit circle, right? Cosine is the x value. So if you look at that sheet I posted in Canvas, unit circle, the x component all refer to cosine. So here they're telling you if cosine less than 0, meaning cosine is negative. And if sine is negative, so if the x is negative and y is negative, obviously that's going to be quadrant 3, right? That's what they're asking here. Number 1, 5.2. Similar to what we talked about, but sine is the y, plus in the x. The other thing we didn't mention, I don't want you going to the homework and feeling like we didn't talk about this stuff. I just forgot. One more thing. Over here, when they say cosine at some angle, you just go to that angle, find it on the unit circle. So I don't know where my unit circle is, but let me find a quick unit circle. The one I posted in Canvas, I think, is this guy. So if they say, well, what is sine of 5 or 6? You would get the y. Say cosine, you have the x. If the angle is strange, negative, or too big, you probably first gotta adjust, so all that coterminal stuff you did, you would do the same thing. Find that actual angle, plug it in, give the x or the y. That makes sense. So that's the only thing I didn't mention. Is that clear? Okay, so back to the. So as you can see, this one's negative. So you would adjust and then find it on that unit circle. So make sure you have that all the time. So on exams, you're allowed to bring your unit circle. Okay, it doesn't count towards your formula sheet. Separate. I'm not gonna force you to memorize anything. Anyway,